book and some other people, and I'm going to come right back. We're going to talk today about confront the illusion. We really need to get in this. Of course, you only got 30 minutes with me, so let's begin. Let me share it to Facebook. See you soon. YouTube. Okay, let me send it to someone else. One more thing. Hold on. I want to go to my. All right, guys. All right, guys. Well, as you know, I only stay up here for like 30 minutes and I am already running behind. I have a few minutes with you guys, but today we will definitely be talking about confronting the illusion. Let's talk about this. Why do I want to talk about this? And let me know if you can hear me as you come on. The reason being, as y'all know, I just lost my brother-in-law, and grief have no expiration date. Y'all know that, right? Grief have no expiration date. And what we've been talking about for the last month was inherited but not identified. So this month of April, which is my birthday month, I am forever young, as y'all know that. Y'all, I'm always gonna say that I'm forever young. I'm a glamorous mom. We're gonna talk about confront the illusion. You become what you were around. We're going to talk about confront the illusion. Why we're going to discuss this? Because some people are have an illusion about who they are. Here we go again. Hi, hello, Alfred. Do you speak Spanish? No. Go ahead and change it over so you can hear it in Spanish. You know they have that language thing, so go ahead and change it over so you can hear it in Spanish. All right. I'm not going to be before you long because I do have a coaching program here in the next few minutes and I do not want to miss it. They gave me some homework last month and I'm looking forward to what I got to share today. I don't know about you, but I'm glad I have great mentors and people in my life for that reason. So right now, what we're going to discuss is confront the illusion. Okay. You didn't become who you are. I'm going to tell you that right now. You was programmed to be who you are. Nobody forms identity in a vacuum. What people don't understand is they was formed in who they were. They was formed in who they were by the way they was raised, their environment, who they talk to on the daily, their jobs, their brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles. They are formed. They are conditioned. They are adapted to who they are. You're not speaking Spanish, you're typing English on so I guess it's changing to English, Mr. Afford. So with that being said, we want to talk about the illusion of who people think they are, because their environment definitely have a big place in their life. And I'm going to say that, and I'm going to also speak about, because grief have no expiration, about my brother-in-law. You know, sometime, and I went over this on Monday. I think at Monday, I came in Tuesday. I came in Tuesday. And my brother-in-law was killed in his own home where he stayed at with his roommate, which is a big deal. And in that area, and me and my husband pulled it up, in that area, as y'all know, it is predominantly Caucasian race. He was there for football. He was there right after college. He just turned another age of 50 in October. And he been there. He loved the people that was around him. He became the man of the year. But sometimes we live in an illusion that everybody want us there. Everybody loves us. And that was his thing. Everybody loved us. And that was an illusion because of the environment that he was in. And people be jealous of you and your environment, and you don't even understand it. You think, and I was talking with my 13-year-old yesterday, and she was on the phone with her friends, and I asked her why her friends was on the phone. I said, do y'all know what two-faced it is? Because sometimes it's an illusion that someone is your friend. And she said, no, Mom, tell me. I said, it's a way that you talk to people right in their face, being nice, but behind their back, you're gossiping about them. A lot of times people don't know what two-faced is. And we got to begin to understand that and confront the illusion that everybody want to be our friend, or they are not being two-faced at that time. So when you surround yourself with people, get to know who they are Really understand them, hear them, listen to their vocabulary, listen to their words, understand if you are really liked, understand if that's their environment that you want to be in. Because if it's not, you're really living in an illusion. You're living your life like everybody loves me, and that's not the case. I know that for a fact. Why? Because my brother-in-law just lost his life thinking, and he got keys to the city. He got keys to the city. Now, did a lot of people love him? Yes. Did everybody love him? Not even a person that he lived with. She wanted something from him. So you see how it was an illusion? Because if you care for somebody, you wouldn't do some of the things that you do to them. You wouldn't drug them. You wouldn't lie. You wouldn't call the police on them. You wouldn't do some of those things. Love is an emotion, but love also is an action word. You would try to protect them at all costs, especially if there's somebody that you really care deeply for, like your children. We have parents out there, I'm going to tell you right now, we have parents out there that's really treating their children wrong at the same time, but you say you love them. You say you love them. At an early age, if you love your children, you wouldn't put a record on them, not unless they really need it. Right? You wouldn't have a case put on your kids or put them on probation, not unless they really need it. Because you'll start at the age that you can really set the standard for them. You'll teach them at an early age. You'll have a mentor at an early age. You'll set ground rules at an early age in their life. So with that being said, let me ask you this. Do you think that you have a dysfunctional life? How do you feel? Do you think your life is functional or dysfunctional? Do you think it's normal with some of the things that go on in your life? Because a lot of times people live, and I'm bringing this up because you become what you were around. You begin to accept things that you know you would have never accept in your life. You'll get talked to in a certain way. You'll be disrespected. People will start doing things and they cross your boundaries and things like that because you've been in that environment for a while. Why do I say these things? Because we got so many marriages, and I seen that little stick figure my 13-year-old told me. It's called dark humor. And it was, and I'm laughing early because it was funny. He said, me and my wife have been happily married for the last 2 years. And I loved it. And she said, but we were married for 13 years. He said, yeah, but we've been happy for the last 2. How many marriages that you know they say they've been married for 25 years, living in an illusion like they've been happy the whole 25 years, but only been happy one, only been faithful for one? You see how that's an illusion right there? That's a dysfunction that you call normal. Y'all, I want y'all to follow me because this happens a lot in this world. You have no peace. You don't live. You don't love. It's like you go along with the flow. Right now, it's time to break out of that flow. Right now, it's time to live on purpose for yourself. Right now, it's time to live in peace. I'm not saying leave your spouse or your partner or anything like that, but I'm saying understand who you are and why you are here and operate from that realm. Understand your value system and operate from that realm. It's amazing to have somebody in your life that respect you for who you are and accept you for who you are and allow you to do the things that you enjoy. What about those? What about those areas in your life? They don't try to stop you, but push you forward and compromise with what you're doing. That's what you call a relationship. And I ain't talking about compromise to stop their values or their DNA code, but a compromise on the timeline for you can get some time in to do what you love as well as they could do what they love. That's the compromise I'm speaking on. That's the area that I'm talking about right here. Because sometimes people don't even understand compromise. They want things their way. They think selfishly. How many of you know about selfish thinking? How many of you been in a selfish thinking relationship that they only want it their way and no other way? Do what they want and leave you out hanging dry. I've been in those relationships before. Then I had to start taking accountability of me and what I like. And I started stepping up to the plate for what I like, what's in my DNA. And I choose me first now. And that's what you call authority of your own life. I don't react, I respond. Do people want me to react? Indeed, they do. Indeed, they do. They definitely want me to react. I've been on my computer for a while today because I'm doing a daily journal, and it's called it's an inside job, and I'm getting it fixed, and I'm a self-publish it myself because it's a journal. It's a weekly journal. It ain't a daily journal. It's a weekly journal, but you will write in it every day. It's just like my 60 seconds where you hear me speak and you have your own thought about your own life. It's a guide. That's all it is for your life. It's an ecosystem. It's a system to get you thinking and to really tap into who you really are. That's why it's an inside job. It's an internal job that we have to work with, not with the external forces, but internal. And that's what it's all about. Why? Because if we don't operate with the internal, guess what we would do? We will normalize dysfunction. And who want to live in a dysfunctional world, in a dysfunctional relationship, and never happy? Who want to do that? I know I don't. I'm going to tell you right now, what I want to do is do what I love and enjoy doing it. And what is happening is a lot of times you're living in dysfunction and you normalized it and you don't even know what right look like anymore. Because when right show up, you say that's too good to be true. No, it's not too good to be true. This is what should have always been happening. It's never too good to be true. This is what should have been happening the entire time in your relationships, in your home, in your marriages, in your friendships. So because you normalize this function, you feel that right is too good to be true. You feel that making income is too good to be true. You feel that doing what you love is too good to be true to make that amount of money. You feel that somebody loving you for who you are is too good to be true, and accepting you is too good to be true. But that's not the case. You was normalizing dysfunction, that people was narcissistic. They talked about you like a dog. They treated you like you was nobody. So that you normalized that dysfunction and you accepted it over years that it beat you down. So when you find someone that loves you for who you are and call out the man or woman that you are designed to be and that who they really sees you as, you think it's too good to be true. And now what's taking place is you are really tapping into your true identity because you have the right person and your environment have changed. And you now looking in the mirror and say, yes, that's me right there. I am beautiful. I am handsome. Or if you're a man, I am good. I can overcome this. I am wealthy and I am well liked and I am loved and I am in the right environment. And people seek me out. And the thing is, you are valuable. See, what happens is when we become a product of our environment, and a lot of people out there are the product of their environment, you do not self-develop. You don't take the time to self-develop. What you do is you be on that rat race of a clock and you trade your time for dollars and never tap into what you really love. And when you do tap into what you really love, it'll be on a weekend or off day. What about doing what you love every day? What about tapping in a part of your life and you don't mind doing it because you love doing it? And you become wealthy doing that and you doing what you love every single day when you open your eyes. What about that? And it don't take you no time to do it. What if you build a system that constantly flows in income? And you can just move around like it's a vacation every day. And when you do work the works, it's just something that you love. What about that life? That's really the reason that you are here. It ain't for somebody else to steal your time. It's to offer what's really tied up in you through your DNA code and really tap into who you really are and offer what you have to offer to the world and live a life that's really you love and that's pleasing to you. That's what it's really about. But we miss that because why? We are conditioned to live the way the world wants us to live, to go get on somebody else's clock and help them allow their dreams to come true, but miss your dreams. And you take all your dreams to the grave with you. And you never tapped in to what you really loved. So that's why what we're talking about this month is illusion, and we're gonna confront that illusion. Confront the illusion of that you're living the life you love. Because what I'm gonna request from you today, because today is Wednesday and I'm gonna be back Friday, and I'm gonna be very intentional about being on time at 5:30 my time, 6:30 your time on East Coast. I'm gonna request, and it's only a request, that you really write down what you love if you know what it is. If you like doing hair, if you like building movies, if you like music, if you like riding motorcycles, if you like playing pool, if you like teaching, if you love these things, I want you to write them down. And you can have, yes, let me tell you this. Yes, you can have more than one. If you like designing stuff, if you like interior decorating, if you like just creating, write it down. If you like writing, write it down. I'm requesting this of you. Why? Because I want you to confront the illusion that you are doing what you love. I'm gonna tell you how you know you're doing what you love. When you're doing it and you're smiling. When you're talking to people or assisting them or walking with them and you're smiling about it, you get the jitters from the inside out. You know that that's your work. When somebody calls you and say, I want you to come here, you don't feel like it's a hassle for you to go. That's when you know you're doing what you love. I got some speaking engagements that I'm going to go to. And I'm so excited about these things. People want to go with me. Don't get me wrong. I want people to go with me that I know that's not going to cause me heartache or anything like that. I want people to go with me that I am not going to feel rushed. I want people that's going to go with me that I'm going to enjoy to be around. We're going to enjoy the time that we are together. Those are the people that I want to be with me at this time. Not saying I want to hurry up and I'll be glad when this is over. I don't want that. I want to go and savor the moments. It's like eating an amazing piece of cheesecake because I enjoy cheesecake. You see how I like that type of food? I enjoy cheesecake. And when I do what I love, because I love cheesecake, when I do what I love, that savory part of that cheesecake, that's how my life feels when I do what I love. And I want you, whatever food you like, I want you to put it with what you love to do it in life. Do you get that same feeling? And my husband said, I'm going to bring you a cheesecake of every flavor. I'm going to get excited. It ain't because I like food. It's because I like cheesecake. I'll be like, I'm not sharing this cheesecake. This is all mine. That cheesecake is valuable to me. And my kids like, Mom, you're not going to eat the whole thing. Yes, I am. I eat a piece in the morning with coffee. I eat a piece in the evening for my lunch. And I eat a piece after dinner in the evening. It will be my entire cheesecake. That's how your life should feel when you're doing what you love. So what we're going to be doing this month, the month of April, is confronting the illusion that you are actually operating in what you love. I only have 9 more minutes with you, but I'm going to cut that short because I gave you a task for this month. We're going to talk about confronting the illusion all month. We're going to talk about the environment you put yourself around all month. Because whoever you're around or the environment you put yourself around, because we have to learn how to be intentional. That's what it's about, being intentional, changing your environment, surrounding yourself with people that talk graciously about you, that really causes you to grow and challenge you to grow, to up level your life and upscale your life. That's called intentional and being consistent with it and not being afraid and operating in fear. We're going to talk about this all month because we have to confront these things, just like we did last month, inherited but not identified. And I still have videos with those, so you will also see those being posted out. The reason I'm bringing these things up is because we're missing our real identity. We're not tapping into our real identity. We're still tapping into an illusion. And when this book is done, this 52-week devotional ecosystem that change your life, it's an inside job. You're going to see what I'm talking about. The first chapter is who told you who you were, right? Who told you that about yourself? Because you are conditioned to be that. You know how I know? When I was in the military, I was conditioned. Even right now, I'm still conditioned about haircuts and hair on the face. And I always say something about it to my husband. I don't like the beard or the mustache because they conditioned me since I was 18. You see how that worked? I'm conditioned in that way, but I feel, and I know I'm conditioned because they ingrained it in me. I'm breaking out of that condition because I love now to see men with beards and mustaches and things like that. But it took 20 some years to get me conditioned like that. I ain't been in the army 20 some years yet. You see how this working? So it takes a while to sometimes to break some things. And sometimes you can revert back to what you're used to normalize it, to bring back structure in your life. I don't know how many of you can relate to that. But what we want to do through this next month is identify with the illusion that we're living in, that we normalized, and identify with that dysfunction that we normalized. But because what we want to do is confront the illusion and really live a life that we actually love. I want you to walk this journey with me. I'm not going to leave you by yourself. But I am going to get ready to let you go. It's going to be 5 minutes early because I have to jump on coaching. But if you have not liked or subscribed to my channel, please do so. Please like and share. I want everybody to understand what we are doing here, because I am enjoying some of the information that I'm saying myself that I'm putting out for you. It's pulling some things out in me that was just really settled down. I am so full that I want to share so much with you and help you out. That's why it's an inside job is being put together. That's why Take a Stand and Look Within is being re-editioned with 2 more chapters, you versus you and who told you who you were. Because in the last book, it had like 10 chapters. I added 2 more or 10 or more. I don't even remember because I wrote it in 2018. It was published in 2019. This will be published hopefully by the end of May or before June. So it will be out, and I'm going to be on platform in June or before. I'm going to be on Kate Delaney before. So it's building up anticipation for what's getting ready to take place. So I want you to already have everything on order. I'm self-publishing my daily journal, so be prepared to get it. You're going to see my picture on the front with some DNA codes in light because it's an inside job. It starts from within. That's why the DNA codes is really big. So with that being said, I'm going to say thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. I really need to go jump on my coaching, and I will see you all Friday. Talk to you soon. Confront that illusion.